What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is something that happened at work today. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you wouldn't know this, but I tweeted about it, so pretty much anyone that follows me there knows this video was coming. Before I get remotely into the video, guys, if you could drop a like on the video, that would be awesome. We should see if we can hit 500.
Drugs is close, growing up, cold cup, watch the world go up in smoke. I like my music real loud, real loud. Can you turn that shit up for me right now, right now?
Today started out like any other day of mine, honestly. Nothing was out of the ordinary. I woke up early, went into work early, and just... it was average. It was normal. I'm gonna go dig up some dirt for my flowers. As to what, I think this is a good spot right here. Okay, well, I think this shovel broken. There's something wrong with me, I swear. I had only a few appointments booked for the day at this point, so nothing was really going on in the office. It was just a regular day. But anyways, I had this one drug test appointment, and he kind of just walked in, told us he had an appointment, which he didn't because no one booked it for him or anything. So he was kind of just like there randomly. And whenever this happens, we're kind of just always like, okay, whatever, we'll call the company and get you in. You know, all's good, all's well. You'll get your pee tested. And it takes me about like 5 minutes to do a set of paperwork for a drug and alcohol test. So we waited for the company to send the requisition, and then I could go ahead and work on the paperwork. So when this happens, it's never really a big deal unless we're super duper busy, and then we have to squeeze these people in the middle of like 2 other appointments. But today was okay, like I had time. He came in, I just had him take his seat like I would make anyone else, and that was that. Didn't see him different at all, like at all. He seemed like just a regular dude. I mean, he was a regular dude. But my boss did tell me that he was in the office before, and he kind of knew who he was, or he remembered him coming in once before. And once I got the paperwork done, I just had the guy come into the, you know, the drug testing room, and I had him take a seat and give me his ID, just like, you know, protocol. When I say nothing seemed off about this guy, I completely mean that. He seemed like such a genuine person, and that's what's so confusing about this whole situation. And I did everything like I usually do, nothing different. And usually when people, like, the protocol is like I have to get them to like stand up, show me like inside their shirt and their hips, so if they have a belt or anything, like I can see it. And usually what I do is I, like, you know, peek at people, I tell them to take their coat off, empty their pockets, and most of the time they'll like flash to their side, and you know, that's good enough for me. Whoa, my gun looks so cool right there. I don't know if you guys seen that. And whatever, we get done with the paperwork. He gets into the washroom, and, you know, I'm just listening. It was quite quiet. I mean, I have the radio on, so it's not so awkward, but it's quiet nonetheless, so we can hear if anything funky is going on in the bathroom. And no, I don't watch them pee in the drug testing room. There's my desk, and then there's like a bathroom stall with like complete closed door. The only thing different about it is that the roof is a little bit open, so we can hear if anything sketchy is going on. And because this guy just seemed like an average Joe, I just sent him in the washroom, no big deal, and you couldn't hear him peeing, like, at all. Like, there was no noise whatsoever. And then once he was nearing the end, I guess you could say, you heard like a small little click, like pencil clicking or some shit. And that was like one of the #1 things they point out in training to listen for, is if you hear little clicks or anything like that, you should be a little bit cautious. And so after he's done, after I've heard that click and I'm a little bit curious as to what went down, I go in to check the sample, and there's no temperature to it at all. The temperature strip did not light up at all, and if it doesn't do that, it either means it's way too warm or it's way too cold, and in this case, it was way too cold. Penis 250 coming in hot, boy. Dude, So of course, it is protocol for me to make him do a second sample because the temperature strip didn't light up, and I didn't really expect anything of it. I was just like, okay, maybe the cup's broken, but I'm gonna make him do this second sample because I genuinely don't know what's going on here. And because I heard that little click before, I was still very uncertain as to what was going on. So I just pulled him aside. I said, you know, there's no temperature on the strip, so we're gonna have to make you do another one. And of course he's like, what? Are you serious? Like, no way, there was no temperature. No, sir, I'm fucking with you. So I had him sit outside and I made him drink a little bit of water here and there. So like every 15 minutes I make him have a glass of water, and that's what I did for about an hour. First he was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go pick up my kid. Like, this is not good, and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And as it like progressed, he got a little bit more calm and whatnot, but at first he was like, oh my gosh, like I gotta go pick up my kid, this, that, and the other thing, and you could just tell this guy was just nervous. And so I pulled him into the office again after the hour goes by, and I've gave him a bunch of water, and he takes off his coat, and he goes and sits in the chair. This dude right here is trying to pull a fast one on me. Is it because I'm 12? Is it because I literally look 12? You think I won't find this shit out? That has no relevance to anything in this situation. And I seen something, like a little white thing hanging out of the, like, what do you call it? The waist of his pants. That's what I'm trying to say. And in training, they said, like, they showed pictures, they showed us everything when it came to these belts, and lo and behold, this guy was wearing a fake bladder. Yeah, you heard that correct. He was wearing a fake bladder. I don't even know what to say, like... Like, what the hell? My voice just cracked. I'll put a picture on the screen as to what I found in his pants. Like, I mean... Okay, that sounded really bad. When I noticed the little nozzle, I kind of had a flashback back to the training that I had, and I was like, okay, this guy's wearing a freaking belt with a bladder on it. No freaking way. I'm not a very confrontational person, so when I seen this, I got a little bit nervous because I didn't really know how this person was gonna react. I mean, he seemed really genuine, and he was after the fact that I found out and everything, and he didn't really take it too hard, but like, you never know how people are going to react when they come into drug tests and then you find out they're cheating. But I totally knew that I could just not point this out. So what I did was I said, hey, what is that? Just like that. I was like, yeah, like, can you show me what that is? What is that? And he lifted up his shirt and like his face just went straight and it went white. And he was just like... And I was like, is that what I think it is? And he's nodded his head and he's like, yeah, it is. So after I asked him, you know, what it was and he, you know, let me know, I wasn't completely sure if I was allowed to confiscate it, but I don't want him to come back through a drug test and try it again. So I did ask him to take it off and, you know, give it to me. So now we are starting a bin at the office of confiscated drug fake shit. I was just like so scared because apparently around New Year's he smoked a joint or something and he wasn't sure if it was gonna show up or not, and he was just like really scared because in Alberta a lot of people have like lost their jobs and haven't been working for a long time, and he didn't want to not be without a job any longer and then have one like this opportunity and then not be able to go because he didn't pass his drug test. So he was ultimately trying to like pass it so we could go to work. He was clearly not a drug addict or anything by any means, and like I'm a pretty decent judge of character, and he seemed like a genuine person that was literally just scared for not getting a job. I mean, it doesn't give you any reason to cheat whatsoever, and it's not making the situation any better at all. It was still very stupid on his part because it could have ended very, very bad for him. I'm very proud of myself for catching that and like actually pointing it out and taking action when it came to that situation, because like I said, I'm not very confrontational, and just any situations like that like make me really, really nervous and full of anxiety. But you know, it's my job and I kind of have to do it properly, so I kind of took authority there and I did what I needed to do, and I felt really, really good after. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't had very many weird occurrences when it comes to the drug and alcohol testing, as I've only been doing it for a few months, but that was the first time I've ever caught anyone cheating on a drug test. That's what I wanted to tell you guys today. I hope you did enjoy this story. If you want to hear more drug and alcohol stories when I come across them, definitely leave a like, comment below, and subscribe. thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night. Toodaloo.
But I don't sound like this dude, bitch, I'm Mac. Now these girls all trying to suck my dick, I rap. I may let her if I'm sipping that yak, yeah. Too fly, submarine in the sky. Can't go out in public, I better get her disguise. It's better to be yourself, don't ever just live a lie. While I'm driving with the top down, listening to Plies. Chicken wings and fries, I'm in love with all the simple things.